The South African company OTT Technologies has wide experience in the design, development, production of mine-resistant, ambush-protected vehicle. The first one to enter production was this M26 Puma, which has been shown this year for the first time fitted with the British Taran armour net. This armour net system was developed some years ago to provide vehicles such as this with an increased level of protection against the widely deployed RPG-7 type anti-tank weapon with a single weak warhead. The idea of the army is to neutralise the fuse before the warhead comes into contact with the main armour. The first customer for Taran, in fact, was the British Army. They had a competition and they fitted it to a lot of vehicles for deployment to Afghanistan. More recently, the Danish Army had a competition, and as a result, Aim Safe Bridport Taran was selected, and that will be installed on not only Danish Army armoured fighting vehicles but also key logistic support vehicles. This particular one is armed with twin weapons on the top, and we'll now have a look at some of the other members of the family. If we move over to here, this is the big one. This is the M36 Puma, and in the recovery vehicle configuration, as you can see, it has a mine-protected cab, and that is for the crew and also for the vehicle being recovered. Mounted on the back is the recovery equipment, so this can actually lift disabled vehicles and also tow them. So it shares many common components with this one on the right here, which is the M36. The M36 is the latest vehicle to enter production from OTT Technologies, and that, when you compared with the M26, has more volume, more payload, and can therefore take over a wider range of missions. This particular vehicle, as you see, is fitted with a central tyre inflation system, and that allows the driver to adjust the tyre pressure to suit the ground he's going over. A useful thing when operating in the bush, you can actually disconnect this and stow it away, because if you go bush bashing, you will leave everything. On this particular vehicle, you can clearly see the armoured hull, and on the top is a 50 cal machine gun, which is manually operated from inside the vehicle. You see the doors to get out, firing porch, protected glass to top. So this one is in production and is being sold to several elements of the United Nations, with well over 150 vehicles now delivered. If we go around the back, we can clearly see the V-shaped hull. The idea of that is any mine exploding under the hull is deflected left and right, so the actual crew compartment stays centre. You can really see the clear V, big door at the back, firing port so the vehicle crew can get out rapidly if required. Lastly, but not least, is the good old Ratel. This was first fielded with the Defence Force some 30 years ago, and with the downsizing of the Army, a lot of vehicles have become surplus to requirements, and a number of contractors have sold those vehicles on the export market. What OTT Technologies have done is upgrade the vehicle. They've still got the machine gun on the back. The turret normally had a 60mm mortar and a coax machine gun. This one has had that replaced by a 14.5 kpv machine gun, so it's very good for fire support. Large numbers of the Ratels have been sold overseas. Some of them have been as-is condition, and some have been sold upgraded. So this gives you an example of how you can upgrade an older vehicle to extend its operational life.